In this video, we'll discuss about check if array pairs are divisible by k. First, let's understand the question. Given an array of integers ARR of even length n and an integer k, we want to divide the array into exactly n by 2 pairs such that the sum of each pair is divisible by k. Return true if you can find a way to do that, or false otherwise. Let's understand it with the help of an example. So we have this array given to us and k equals to 5. First we need to divide this array into 5 pairs. Why 5 pairs? Because the length of array is 10. So we will be creating 10 by 2 number of pairs, that is 5 pairs. And each pair that we form should have a sum which should be divisible by 5. That's k that is given to us, right? So if we try to create those pairs out of our ARR, so we can see that if I do 1 and 9, so this will give me 10, which is divisible by 5. Then if I do 2 and 8, this will also give me 10. This is also divisible by 5. Then 3 comma 7 divisible by 5 as it is 10. Then 4 comma 6 will also give me 10 as it is divisible by 5. Then 5 comma 10 is 15. This is also divisible by 5. So all of these are divisible by 5, and we were able to divide our array into the pairs where the sum is divisible by 5. So in this case our output will be true. So now let's understand how are we going to solve this problem. So the key thing to solve this problem is modulus. So if I am doing, if I am creating the pair x1 and x2, right? What I am doing is I am doing x1 plus x2, and then I am taking its mod with k, and then I am checking if it is equals to 0. Then only this is a valid pair, right? So can I write it like this: x1 modulo k plus x2 modulo k and then whole modulo k. Can I write it like this? Yes, I can. So what I'm simply doing here is that whatever number I have taken from my original array, I am taking modulus of it with k. Okay, so the very first thing that we'll do is that whatever array is given to us, we will find out the modulus of every element in that array and store its frequency. Okay, the frequency will tell us that are we able to create a valid number of pairs or not. Okay, so what we'll do is first we'll create a frequency array. Let's suppose I have this frequency, or vector also we can create. Then what we'll do is we'll loop in our array for I in ARR. Okay, then we'll find the remainder. So remainder will be equals to I modulo k. Okay, I is our number, let's suppose. So I modulo k will give us the remainder. Now in the question it was given to us that our numbers can be negative also, right? Now whenever we will do mod of that negative number will k, we'll again get a negative number, right? So in that case we'll have to apply some logic here, right? When you are dealing with negative numbers, taking the modulus will also give negative remainder. But for our pairing logic to work, we need all remainders to be between 0 and k minus 1, right? All the remainders should be between this range. So that is why we will have to adjust this remainder. So we'll check that if my remainder is less than 0, meaning it is negative, then I will add k to it, so that my remainder comes within the range of 0 to k minus 1. Okay, this will be our remainder, and we'll simply in our frequency array will increase the count of remainder. Okay, so now at this point our frequency array or vector will be storing the frequency of every remainder that we got after doing the modulus of every element in our array with k. Now we'll check what is the frequency of 0. Why 0? Because see, when my k is 5, okay, and I am doing 5 mod 5, I'll get 0 as the answer, right? Now this can be paired only with the 0 ones. Like like let's suppose we have 2 mod 5, okay? What we'll get? 2. So in this case, the other number that you will be using would be 3, right? Means there should be some number when when modulo is done with 5, it gives us 3. Then we can pair these two together. But in the case of 0, we need such a number which gives modulus as 0 when divided by k. So the 0 remainder elements will be paired among themselves. So that is why here we will check that if the frequency of the numbers which gave 0 as the remainder is even or not. If it is not even, then our answer will be false. Okay? Otherwise, we'll check for other things. So other things meaning, now after this we'll loop in our frequency array for I in frequency. Then we'll check if the frequency of I is equal to or not equals to the frequency of k minus I, right? Why k minus I? Because as I said, if I am doing 2 modulo 5, it is giving me 2. So this can be paired with a number which gives 5 minus 2, that is 3 as a remainder. So that's why we are checking that the frequency of I should be equal to the frequency of k minus I. If it is not, then our answer will be false. We'll return false. And at the end, if all of this computation has happened, our answer will be true, because there was no such scenario which could give us false, right? Now let's have a walkthrough of a negative example also, so it will be more clear. So let's suppose I have an array which is -1 1, -2 2, -3 3, -4 4, and k is given as 3. Okay, now in this case, when when I'll take -1, so if I will do the modulus of -1 with 3, I'll get -1, right? Now I'll add k to it, that is 3, so this will give me 2. Now for 1, I'll do the modulus of 1 with 3, I'll get 1, simply 1. Then we have -2, so -2 modulo 3 will give me -2. I'll add a 3 here and I'll get 1. Then 2 modulo 3 will give me 2, so that is simply 2. Then -3 modulo 3 will give me 0, so this is 0. 3 modulo 3 will give me 0, which is again 0. -4 modulo 3 will give me -1. I'll add 3 to it, so this will be 2. And 4 modulo 3 will give me 1, which will be 1. So these are my numbers after doing the modulus of every element of the array with k. Now if I calculate the frequency, my frequency array would be from 0 to k minus 1, right? So here k minus 1 is 2. So 0, 1 and 2, right? Now here, what is the frequency of 0, 1 and 2? So 2. What is the frequency of 1? 1, 2 and 3. And what is the frequency of 2? 1, 2, 3. So this is my frequency array. Now here if you see, is the number of is the frequency of 0 even? Yes, it is. So our first condition is satisfied. Now we'll loop through the remaining frequency array and we'll check that the frequency of I should be equals to frequency of k minus I, and if it is not, then we'll return false. So now if you see, in our first case I will be 1, right? I will be 1. So what will be k minus I? 2. What is the frequency of 1 and 2 in our frequency? 3 and 3, which is same. Next we'll move, I will become 2 and k minus I will be 1. Are the frequencies of 2 and 1 same? Yes. So in this case our answer will be true. true. And you must have noticed that here we are checking two similar numbers again and again, right? So instead of looping from 1 to the end, we'll loop from 1 to k by 2. Why we are using 1 here? Because for the 0th element we have already checked. So that's why 1 to k minus k by 2. Okay. So now let's code this. Yeah. So first we'll declare a vector. Let's suppose it is a frequency, and we'll give it the length k, and we'll initialize it with 0. Then we'll loop inside our array and we'll calculate its remainder. So int remainder equals to num modulo k. Now if my remainder is less than 0, then I'll add k in it. Okay, and I'll update the frequency vector, and I'll update the remainder frequency. Okay, after this I have got this frequency vector which is storing the frequency of all the remainders. Now I'll check that if the frequency of 0 is even or not. So if it is not even, meaning it is odd, I'll return false. Okay, then I loop from 1 till k by 2, and then I'll check the frequency of I with the frequency of k minus I, and if it is not equal, I'll return false. At the end, I'll return true. Let's run it over one test case. So in this true, and we also got true. In this case also true, and in this case also true. Now if we take the negative example also, which was minus 1, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 3, 3, minus 4, 4, and our k was 3. And if we run it on this negative example, we should be expecting true as the answer. So see, this is true. Now we'll submit this. So this is accepted. Thank you so much for watching.